Well, that is it. That is it. 5 days, well, 4 days fasting. I guess I'm on the fifth day, so 4.5 days when I'm going to call it. I'm calling it. They meant to do 4 days, so I'm eager to get back to food. But I did learn a few things in those 4 days, or actually the past 2 months. So I'll go over the 5 things that I've learned. It's easy. It's actually far easier than I ever would have imagined, even 4 days. In fact, it's so easy I could easily keep going. It's actually difficult to return, but yeah, I had no idea it would be this easy. Just because the hunger, I feel the same amount of hunger today than I did the day I woke up on the first day, which is just a normal day, really, because I ate the day before. So that part is amazing. The energy levels were actually decent most of the time, except for yesterday. Feel pretty good today, and I think even yesterday was due to a bad sleep pattern. So yeah, I just shocked how easy it is. It's actually crazy, crazy. I mean, it's not as easy as I think normally eating, but it definitely is much easier than I ever would have imagined ever. It is effective. Man, very effective. The weight's gone down. Actually, I didn't drop any weight between yesterday and today, which is interesting, but I think it's because I ran the day before, so the weight was a little lower from dehydration from the run. But yeah, it's definitely effective. I mean, as a weight loss tool, there's probably nothing better on earth than this approach. But there are other benefits too. So I would say that, yeah, if you want to lose weight, there's probably nothing better to do. But you have to be careful of, obviously. But yeah, extremely effective at weight loss, obviously. Beneficial, and that is something I've learned. I guess one of the ways I've experienced the benefit is you can be more focused when you're working on things, especially when you're into ketosis. Then, yeah, it definitely, I've noticed that being able to concentrate on things is easier, except when you are in that kind of like transition phase that can be kind of hazy, and it's actually harder to think about things or do things. It's just like I can't really, there was a point yesterday I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't veg watch TV. I just wasn't interested in working on the computer. I just couldn't, and this is last night, but yeah, that's something that I did learn. But otherwise, I mean, I know it's beneficial for your liver, beneficial for insulin, beneficial for people that are diabetic. There's just all sorts of benefits to this. So yeah, the benefits are something I've learned about. Have I experienced them? It's hard to tell. I can't see what goes on inside me, but I'm assuming that things have improved. It is natural. I think from the research I've done that, and it makes sense that this whole eating 3 meals a day or whatever, or snacking throughout the day is relatively new. I mean, you could say 100 years, 200, 500, just depends where you live and how life was. I mean, you go back 2,000 years, and some Romans would be, feast to famine, and other Romans would have been doing okay if they're kind of rich and wealthy and in a good part. So yeah, but the human body, even before that, or going way, way back, was adapted to feast and famine modes, to where if you didn't have food, your body goes into a condition where, the ketosis condition, where you're using fat for fuel, which makes sense because your brain can't stop, getting fuel, and your muscles can't stop getting fuel in your heart. So the body's ability to transition and handle a fasting or famine in that case is just amazing. So I think we just, I don't know, somehow got into this pattern of like, oh, we can't go to fasting, but then other cultures or religions or whatever reason, people have realized over a long time that fasting is okay if done properly. Obviously, you want to do it properly and adapt yourself to it. You don't want to go from really, really heavy eating to like zero for a long period. But so for me, it's been gradual. But yeah, it is a natural thing, and the body knows what to do, and it's actually kind of almost half of our, I don't know, build, or it's hard to say. It's just like the other half of eating is not eating, and our body knows how to handle it. And yeah, probably the most important thing is it can be incredibly addicting. Again, I'm about to leave the fast, and in a way, part of me doesn't want to. I think, why leave? You're doing so well. You're burning fat. There's more fat to burn. Don't leave. But yeah, like I've always said, there's an adjustment period to get back into eating again, and the longer you fast, I think the more difficult that adjustment period can be. So I don't want to go any longer with, But yeah, I can see how when you see results, when you're getting what you want, and if it's something you've been working hard for years, and all of a sudden it starts coming really fast, you don't want to give that up. So fasting, at least for me, can be incredibly addictive, so I have to kind of watch that. I almost want to say dangerous, but I don't think it has to be dangerous. It's just, it's concerning. That's a good word for it too. It's concerning that, yeah, something like this, if depending on your personality and your type of behaviors, you could easily get addicted to this and just keep going and go way too far. For me, I know what that is. At least I think I do. So I'm monitoring it, I'm breaking it, I'm kind of having my goals, but I can see how for some people it works too well. And it's just odd that we have such a massive problem with obesity, not just the country, but the world in a lot of places. And yet the solution is just to either cut back on foods or do fasting as well. That can undo the damage. But I think the real solution, of course, is to somehow get our foods or get people educated onto these, highly processed carbohydrates that are just in these high fructose corn syrup, all these things that are just these sugars that are destroying our bodies, and that cause a lot of damage that we have to undo if it's not too late. So that's kind of some of the heavier things I've learned. But yeah, okay, I'm done. This has been a 4-day fast, 4.5, I guess, but I've learned a lot, and I'm eager to get off of it, but I don't know, I might be back on before I know it. Who knows? We'll see. Did I mess up my mic? Nah. Okay, Friday, 9/16/2022, 11 a.m., although I'm actually editing this part about 9:30 p.m., and I can add that the breaking the fast went very well overall. Digestive issues, of course, but other than that, a great day. So I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. All right, weight 146, waist 32.6, energy medium to high, digestive, well, normal up to the point where the fast was broken. Afterwards, it was haywire, and hunger was low, and even, post fast, it was manageable, I guess, is the best you could hope for, manageable. So, I'm very happy with the results. I'll do it again, I don't know when, but eventually. So the ketosis was slower to get into this time, and I didn't get even that high. I would say, I guess this 4.0 range, up to maybe 60 or 6.0, depending on which one you look at. And that was sort of the max that it got. And throughout the day, it declined, of course, because I'm done and carbs are being introduced slowly over time, over the entire day. Ketosis will disappear, but I think it'll be back soon. Don't know when, but in the future, we'll see.